Made in India. These three words that ignite pride in 1.4 billion hearts. But what if I told you some of India's most loved startups, the brands we proudly call our own, are actually importing their products from China, Vietnam, and even Taiwan, and simply stamping them with Indian? This isn't a conspiracy theory. From grooming brands like Bombay Shaving Company to lifestyle brands like Frido to the billion-dollar audio company boAt, many startups have faced this exact acquisition. On X, outraged consumers called it as betrayal. One user wrote, "I'm done with products being imported from China and being slammed as Made in India label just to exploit our pride sentiment." So here's my 100 crore question. Are these startups lying to us? Is it unethical? Or is there more to the story than #outrage? Stick around because what I have found will surprise you.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's flagship Make in India initiative aims to turn the country into a global manufacturing hub.
For yourself, direction that India is taking.
Hi, my name is Deepak and welcome to my channel. On this channel, we uncover how technology, businesses, and bold ideas shape our future, from Bangalore to Brooklyn or from Mumbai to Metaverse. And today we are diving into a controversy that strikes right at the heart of Make in India. Because behind every trending startup logo is a messy, complicated story of a survival, vision, and global supply chain. Let's break it down. Let's start with the human side, the founder. Take Shantanu Deshpande, founder of Bombay Shaving Company. In 2016, he wanted to build a premium Indian grooming brand in a market completely ruled by foreign giants like Gillette. He built a brand dipping in nostalgia, Bombay in the name, and the iconic safety razor in its logo, and barber at the center of its storytelling. But then customers discovered that some of their razors and trimmers were exact same models sold on Alibaba in China, just with the logo stamped on it. X outraged was instant. So this is what Made in India means. Another example, Ganesh Sonawane, founder of Frido. Ganesh himself suffered with a back pain, working long working hours during pandemic. He searched for ergonomics cushion in India but found nothing affordable or well designed. So he researched for years, created prototypes, and in 2022 launched Frido, a comfort and mobility brand designed for Indian bodies and Indian budget. But soon after the launch, critics found similarities between Frido products and Chinese imports. Ganesh clarified, yes, some materials are imported, but all design, assembly, and finishing are done in India by Indian teams for Indian needs. Fair defense, right? Or just a corporate spin? Hold that thought. And then comes boAt, the elephant in the room. Founded by Aman Gupta and Sameer Mehta in 2016, boAt positioned itself as born in India lifestyle electronic band. The branding was electric, flashy colors, Bollywood celebrities, IPL sponsorship, slogans like "Born in India, rock in world." But for years, and I mean years, almost every boAt headphones and smartwatches came from Chinese factories. Reddit users ripped them apart. Most of your money goes to China, only the branding is Indian. For patriotic consumers, this felt like a slap on the face. And yet, despite all controversy, these brands kept on growing. Why? Because their vision was bigger than the origin of a factory. Here's the unsexy truth that nobody wants to hear. Early stage startups cannot afford manufacturing in India. Think about it. Factories require millions in upfront investment, toolings, machinery, skilled laborers, supply chain partners, quality control system, all of it. And when you are a startup with 50 lakhs or $60,000 in seed funding, investors don't want you sinking money into factories. They want you to prove your brand and demand first. And that's why startups rely on white labeling, taking ready-made designs from OEMs in China or Vietnam, customizing them a little bit and launch fast. It's cheap, it's quick, and it lets them test the market before risking everything. As boAt's co-founder Sami Mehta candidly put it, for now we definitely need some Chinese help for design and engineering. India doesn't has yet the full supply chain for advanced electronics. And you know what? He's not wrong. Even Ankur Jain, founder of Bira 91 beer, had to start this way. When he launched Bira in 2015, the beer was brewed in Belgium, not India. But the label proudly read "Imagined in India" because Jain always knew once he had scale, he would bring brewing home. And he did it. Within 2 years, Bira set up breweries in Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka. So maybe early outsourcing isn't betrayal. Maybe it's a survival strategy. Now what about the money guys, investors? Surprisingly, they don't care much about the early outsourcing drama. In fact, they encourage it. When boAt raised 100 millions from Warburg Pincus in 2021, the investors didn't push them from importing from China. Instead, they praised boAt's marketing dominance and said the money would support a manufacturing ecosystem under Make in India. Translation: prove your brand first, we will fund your factories later. Same with Bombay Shaving Company. Despite being called out online, they got investment from Colgate-Palmolive and Reckitt Benckiser, global FMGC giant. Why? Because the brand had scale, storytelling, and customer loyalty. Manufacturing could always localize later. And Frido, they raised capital betting that India will eventually dominate comfort tech. From an investor's lens, outsourcing isn't a scandal, it's a smart economics. But here's where it gets tricky. What about ethics? Is it wrong to wrap yourself in an Indian flag while your goods come from Shenzhen? The answer lies in transparency and intent. If you outright lie, stamping "Made in India" on a Chinese import with zero Indian involvement, yes, that's unethical, full stop. But if you're honest, designed in India and assembled in Vietnam, then that's fair. Because the long-term vision matters. Look at boAt again. In 2020, most of their catalog were Chinese. By 2024, 75% of boAt products were made in India through their partners like Dixon Technologies. They even launched a viral ad where comedian Ravi Gupta jokes about boAt's Chinese factory, only to reveal it's actually in Noida. 15,000 Indian workers, millions of devices made in Noida. This proves one thing: early outsourcing doesn't define the end game. So here's where we land. Yes, Indian startups import. Yes, some of them rebrand OEM products. Yes, critics have right to demand better. But at the end of the day, India is winning. Every time you buy boAt instead of JBL, or Bira instead of Budweiser, or Bombay Shaving Company instead of Gillette, you are strengthening Indian brand. Even if the margin is small today, even if components are imported, the profits, the jobs, the brand equity, they stay in India. And as these startups grow, they will put more of the supply chain home. Some parts may always come from abroad. High-end chips, special materials, advanced sensors. That's globalization. Even Apple doesn't make everything in America. But the more India demands quality, the more local startups will step up to deliver. What India needs most right now is patience and trust. Pulling down our own brands won't help. Supporting them will definitely help them succeed. Because tomorrow, those same small startups might control not just Indian market, but global supply chain. And when that day comes, Make in India won't just be a slogan. it would be a truth. Alright, now I want to hear from you. Do you think startups should be more transparent about where they manufacture? Or is it okay to start with imports as long as long-term plan is localization? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's have a real conversation about this. And if you found this video valuable, smash that like button, subscribe to this channel and hit bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. We are covering everything from AI to entrepreneurship to India's role in the global tech race. I am Deepak. Thanks for watching this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.